And then now after that, I went over to McGavick.
Okay.
I went to McGavick in 2002. So I was there for 8 years.
So
That's when I got my first Coach Tribute hired me in 2004 to be the head coach. So.
welcome back to another episode of Big Church Podcast. The door's open. Church is on the move. Pay your tithes on the spot and stay away from show pocket thoughts. You dig? I'm your host, Big Church. Yeah, it's me. And I hope you out there staying sucker free. And right now, we got the heavy hitters on the show, back with another episode. We like to switch it up on Big Church Podcast. We have rappers, entrepreneurs, politicians, and everything on here. But, I love my sports because I'm a former football player myself. And, it's always a treat when players meet. And right now, I got, I got to call him a legend, really, because you talking about 90s football when I met this man. I was just a little youngster, still had peach fuzz under my chin. With Coach Fitzgerald at Prairie Cone High School, during the summer, getting ready for the 92 season. And we had the scrimmage, Stratford Spartan. If you're a person who played football, was around at school time in the 90s, hey, man, these guys were some juggernauts from out east. And he was one of these guys when you talking about that smokestack eye and running up and down the field, man, just oohing and ahhing from the crowd, and just out here doing damage. And now he's doing damage on the sidelines, calling plays and changing young men's lives. Y'all give it up for my partner, Coach Arcentae Broome. What's up, baby?
What up, dog, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, baby.
I'm good, man.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, man. It's good to be seen, bro.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
tell you, man, I had to get you on here because, I love football,
No doubt.
It's springtime, spring ball is on the horizon right now. And, draft coming up and pro days and everything. I love this type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Tay, man, you being a coach right now and everything, and we just want to, we'll turn back the hands of time and let these people, out there in Big Church land know who you are and everything. Know you was a hell of a football player, but what was your upbringing? Are you from out east or are you?
No. I'm born and bred right there in the heart, straight off Gallatin Road, baby.
Okay.
I grew up in that Inglewood area, man. You could say, man, Greg Young, Corey Fleming, Joe Campbell, Ron Robinson, yeah, all those cats, man. Kenny Weatherspoon, man, it's plethora of them, man. Just grew up in our neighborhood. South Inglewood Center was our spot. That's where we were. And, man, I mean, all of us were playing ball. We were all kind of a year, 2 years apart from each other. So, yeah, that's where I'm true out east. I ain't East Nashville. I'm out east.
Ooh, yeah, I hear that now. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of rappers because lately, man, I asked Shuni, shout out to Shuni Key the Music. I said, man, what's in the water out on the east side, man? Because, from music to athletics, it's a lot of people. Dante Jones, you know what I'm saying? We can go on and on.
We can.
You know what I'm saying? From hustling to everything.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's man. I tell people all the time, bro. Like that side of town, man, for years was where you wanted to hang your hat. If you're an athlete, man, coming from there, it was just. We had an attitude about ourselves, and I tell people now, even the guys that when I was at Stratford coaching, even the guys that came up under me, it was an air about us that, man, like we were the best no matter what. Like, you can do all that talking, but at the end of the day, man, you knew who it was. And it was out east, but it was on that side. You know, it was on that side, Stratford High side.
Right.
You know, shout out to all my Maplewood folks. I give them love, you know, over there. But hey, man, on the other side of Galvin Road,
it's a different thing. That's what they say, man. Because I ask everybody, I'm like, man, what's the difference? You know, you got this east side, you got the Main Street east side, you got the Riverside east side.
Yeah, we closer to the Cumberland.
Yeah, okay, so the balance, it's in the water, see?
That's it.
It's in the water, fellas. The guys out there, man. So, growing up out there, and you said South Inglewood, you know, with the sun and everything, did you naturally have a gift for football, or you just, you know, like me, I seen Walter Payton and I was hooked?
Man, you know, what's crazy is I always loved football, but, man, I didn't start playing until I was 8, which, you know, it's cool. But I went to Inglewood Elementary, and it was field day. And, bro, I took second place in every race to this white cat named Clint McClanahan. Bro, like, to this day, still ain't beat him. Like, beat me in the sack race, the 50-yard dash.
Balloon burst, all of it.
Man, he was killing me. So at the end of that day, and we was in the second grade, and at the end of that day, this cat named Timmy Ray. I call him the first official recruiter because he came up, and you know nowadays you just can't walk up on school grounds. But
right.
He came, you know, I don't even know if he had anybody there. I think he was just looking for kids, and he came up and said, "Hey, buddy, y'all want to play football?" He was like, "Yeah, go tell your mamas, you know, you're gonna play football." And we told him, man, and Timmy came to pick us up. Like, me and Clint picked us up for practice, and bro, that's how I started. Inglewood Raiders.
Wow.
We used to practice at Lytton. All our games was at Lytton.
The Inglewood Raiders, like the PAL, PAL.
It was everybody called PAL, Police Athletic League, but we were technically the Inglewood Raiders. And we would the people all the kids in our neighborhood, and we had a lot of folks from Shepherdwood that played with us.
Yeah, that's what about Trent Lane.
Yeah, Ray Bass, Freight Train, all the Hassles, Richie and Charles. Yeah. They was ballers, man. And the crazy part about it is the Ron Mercer. Yeah, he played. I played, I think, 3 or 4 years with Ron. So yeah, man, that's how it started. Inglewood Raiders is how I got started. Timmy Ray was the one that put us in the game, and like you said, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
So he got me and Clint. Me and Clint played Little League with each other, man, all the way up through. We was 12 years old.
Man.
To middle school.
You sound like me. Because y'all was Mid-South, right?
Man.
As far as league-wise, you know they had junior pro.
See, I guess we were. Back then, I ain't know,
Yeah, because y'all played like Greymar.
We Greymar, Woodbine, Una, Flat Rock, all of them.
Yeah, that was Mid-South.
Yeah, Greymar was like, that was like that was the game right there. Everybody that you ever seen, everybody you ever knew about, hey, that's who it was.
Yeah, Greymar Pirates.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. You know, we talking about that now. Now you talking about the 80s and this 2026, the program's still thriving the way it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was telling Fox that too. I said, man, you being over there at Baldo Eagles was Cardinals back in the day.
Yeah.
I said, man, we need to get a documentary about that because you think about the men that shaped us to be who we are. They need day flowers too. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because they did a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you saying, junior high you go to? Did you go to Lytton?
I went to Lytton.
Okay.
I went to Lytton. Yeah. Okay. Everybody on that side went to Lytton, and you bring all of that Inglewood area and then Settle Court. So Settle Court went with us. So they got bussed over to Lytton with us. So yeah, you can imagine.
You had Lytton, you had Highland Heights.
Lytton, Highland Heights East was a middle school back then. Matter of fact, I caught the bus right there. If anybody knows, where the old Crystals is right there.
Yeah.
Cahal. Our bus stop was right here, and then East bus stop was on the other side of the train track. So, that's how close.
How divided the zone.
Yeah, but that's how close we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what it was.
You think about it, a home game with Lytton and Highland Heights, everybody named mama there.
No. It used
classics.
It used to be packed, man. Us, Highland Heights, us in Lytton, I mean, that's where it always was.
Yeah,
I mean, us in the East is what it always was.
Because I know I went to Ewing Park. We played Lytton. Them boys was
And
man.
Ewing Park, that for the longest, Ewing Park used to run the city.
Yeah.
Real talk. They did. And then my dog Shoo Shoo that grew up with us, this was probably 80, might have been 87. Man, he ran through Ewing Park. And it was like that we started, man, that's when Lytton started taking every game. We won the city probably 4 or 5 years straight. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's what ended up being that juggernaut over there.
Yeah.
In the corner over there.
Yeah.
On that hill, down that hill, you gotta walk down the hill to get to the stadium.
Yeah, you know how we come in. Lights off. You know how we come in. Yeah.
So Stratford High School.
Mm-hmm.
Bubba Spears, was Bubba there? We know when you was a freshman or he got hired later on.
Bubba was not there my first year. He came my sophomore year. He was an assistant my sophomore year. Coach Campbell was our D coordinator. He was there. Okay. My freshman coach was Wayne Forehand.
I keep forgetting they had freshmen.
Yeah. But everything that is crazy because the way you would want it now in Metro School, back then, everything that we did the same thing pretty much at Lytton. Shout out to Coach Young, Coach Kell. I think they still rocking, but they were our coaches. And when we got to Stratford, we ran the same exact thing. And really, man, by the time you get to your sophomore year, you already know exactly what's going on, pretty much. Bobby Leach was the head coach then. I think Leach took over for Coach Pig. I want to say Joe Campbell's senior year.
Okay.
So he coached Frog, he coached Core, Enzo Gray, and all them. So.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Bubba was there. Bubba got there my sophomore year.
Yeah, because I remember Bubba Spears, man, it was a nightmare for us. Because I know this is when I went to Watch Creek, like every first game we had y'all, either y'all was over there or we coming out east. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you being on that Stratford team, man, did you know, what y'all had was special, man?
I mean, bro, you got to think, we had been winning. Put it like this, I can't necessarily say I knew it was special because my freshman year, the varsity team wasn't. I think they went 3-7, 4-6, or whatever. But coming up, Little League all the way through middle school, man, we really didn't lose a lot. The same cats that I played ball with in middle school, all of us except for a couple. White cat I was telling you about, Clint, he ended up going to Good Pasture. Ron, who was a quarterback, he was a grade behind us. He ended up going to Good Pasture too. Yeah. But man, everybody else ended up at Stratford.
I'm saying, I ain't know Ron played football.
Yeah. Ron was quarterback. Me and him played tailback, and like we had a little wishbone. We played tailback together with Timmy Ray and like Triple B. But when he got to, they made him a quarterback when we got to Lytton, and he was our quarterback. We won the city. We beat I think we beat Two Rivers back then.
Wow, yeah, Two Rivers.
Yeah, they had a lot. Yeah. They were nice. But man, that crew, it means something when you got all your kids. All the kids staying together. Yeah, it ain't like it is now. You just everybody just mixing and matching. It's like a salad, just throwing anything in it. But back then, bro, like everybody that I grew up with and been seeing all the time, you see them at the center. And we playing ball down at Lytton Little League. You see him. You see him again when you get to middle school. Now we all at Stratford. Right. Give or take a few cats. So that first year we lost. That second year, they were saying we were supposed to be good. And I'm gonna tell you, Mike Coleman, man, he was with us. We just called him Fat Rabbit. Fat Rabbit came with us, man. I want to say when he was like 10 or 11, and he didn't play with us middle school. He ended up going to BGA, but left BGA and came back. Yeah, came back. And Raven Hall, we thought he was going to NBA, but he didn't. He ended up staying with us. So, man, we had the pieces. We just, that sophomore year, I remember we went to go play, what was that, Warren County, country team, bro. We won the game. They won the fight, though. They beat us up. And I remember, man, my shoulder, man, I was done. And I was out for probably about 3 weeks. I was actually starting at corner, but once that happened, It was over with. So I didn't really play much my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Bobby Lee's retired. That's when we went 12-2 that year. Yeah. So that was we got beat by Gallatin that year.
That's when Gallatin was.
Yeah.
The Green Wave. You know Sumner County. You had to bring
Wave
hard
was big. Yeah, definitely.
See, that's when the football. That's why I tell everybody. It's faster now because everybody lean quick. Everybody got a trainer.
Yeah.
But back then, that's when the rules was.
Oh no, and your shoulder pads was big. Kids talk about when they see videos and they be like, "Coach, why y'all shoulder pads so big?"
Man.
Like, bro, that's what you was trying to be big,
right?
Like, bro, you didn't want to be out there looking little.
Nah,
you trying to have the traps. Trying
trap
to be,
all day. You got the shock pad under it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So spat it and some more stuff.
All
you know what I'm saying?
All that.
But man, Lord have mercy, man. I told him, man, I'll never forget it. Like I said at the beginning of the show. 9th grade, man, we come down and we scrimmage and Stratford out east. I'm like, okay, cool. Man, I was on the sideline looking. Man, I can't believe what I was seeing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was just so smooth because I ran the smokestack. You may throw the ball probably about 10 times a game. But y'all wrote is Greg Young.
Yeah.
Then it's you, Eric Gardner, Big Roman Reed over there playing defense end and tight end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Porter playing middle linebacker.
Well, now so everybody can kind of know how this thing rolls because a lot of people put everything together.
Yeah.
Because you really, man, most people say we was there all together, but there's levels. So my sophomore year, the year I was telling you about, it's 91, 92. That's year we went 12-2. We I think we lost one game regular season to McMinn County. It was homecoming. Mm-hmm. That year, Greg was playing up back. Fullback was Eric. Coleman was playing that tailback spot. And Richard Bryant kind of played a little bit. So that's where that took off at, man. And they got off. And I think all of them had a stack.
Yeah. Had the boys on horses.
And that's how the original picture was Coleman, Gardner, Young. It said the Three Horsemen.
Yeah.
So going into 92, I remember first game playing Hendersonville. I ain't getting no run at offense. I was starting safety. So we played Antioch second game, and something happened. Coleman didn't come to practice all week, sick. So Bubba was like, "No, you ain't starting." So he put me in there. So long story short, man, I ended up with like 10 for like 130, 2 touchdowns. So I think a reporter asked Cole, he said, "You think you found your fourth horseman?" He was like, "I don't know, we'll see." And it just jumped off from there. I went on a tear. I mean, you gotta think, man, me and Young didn't get a lot of carries.
Yeah, because y'all was the up back, right?
Yeah.
He was right behind.
He played up back that year in 92. He played mostly up back. Me and Coleman was playing. Matter of fact, the year we came to White's Creek, that was when Eric Baxter and them was going off.
Yeah, that's when
kickoff return year. Him and DeCosta.
Yeah.
They was going off that year.
Shout out to that, yeah.
Our biggest deal was, man, we not finna let them return. Like, there's none of that going on tonight.
Right.
I think G Jackson might have been. No, G wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't think he had graduated. But anyway,
right.
Man, that was our biggest deal. We ain't letting that happen. So I remember that game. I don't forget what Herc was doing or whatever, but Bubba put me in. I ended up having like 5 carries for about 95 yards, but I scored one time. And I think my mama threw this picture away, bro. No, my bad, G. Man, I had a little run, man, and I got hit by somebody, and I turned me the other way, and I ended up going up like backside A. I high stepped on G Barnes and put him on a little clipping, man.
Yeah.
B.I. kept talking. B.I. kept talking about it at lunch. G had G hot, but bro, after that happened, man, it just they was pumping that Four Horsemen, and bro, that's how it started, man. It's so crazy that it stuck. A lot of things people say and things do, and it don't stick, but because we were so dominant during that time, man, it stuck. And even once G and them graduated, it was me, Coleman, and Fred Porter.
Yeah.
And man, Fred was a dog.
That's when Fred hit travel.
R.I.P. Fred, man. Fred hit.
In that playoff.
Yeah. I mean, and it was that just it ran, man. And I mean, brother, this day, you know, my son, he talk about it. My oldest son, Alex, man, my middle son came and he hear about it a lot too, but Alex get it so much, bro. It's just like, man, your daddy, I just be like, bro. He was like, he asked me one day, we was in the car, he said, man, how do you deal with that? I said, what you mean? Man, it's like people still, I said, bro, it's just the nature of the business.
Yeah.
I said, you're going to have to deal with it. And so, what's so crazy is after he got through playing at Lipscomb, it's the same thing with him, you know, was happening. So I said, I told you, you know, it's just part of it, man. You know, just you roll with it. Yeah. People love to see things like that, you know. And Four Horsemen been rolling for 30-some years now.
Man, because when I seen Eric Gardner.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about 6'2", 225 back then.
Man, and ran a 4'5", 4'6". Like, and he, hey, like Drago told him, he's like a piece of iron. Hey, bro, EO was, man, we call him EO. EO Gardner was like a brick.
Yes.
I mean, bro, and sometimes I think back and I'm like, man, how do we ever lose games? Because we, you know,
y'all style, I want me to cut you off, but y'all, the styles of runners.
Mm-hmm.
You fast, elusive.
Yeah.
Greg the same way, because, you know, he's short, so he behind that line, you do a trap, get behind them linebackers, he gone.
Yeah.
Then you can't miss Eric, you know what I'm saying? Then Mike
he just get you
everything.
Hey, man, you know, people ask, like, who was better? People ask me that all the time. And I tell them, like, you know, EO got the size. He could still move. He could run by you. You know, he was gonna beat you up. Man, between G and Herc was a little taller. He didn't have the quickness that Gregory had.
Right.
Lil G had the quickness, but I mean, talking about, you know, in the telephone booth, he gonna boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Herc had that, but Herc was more versatile, man. He just could do a lot of different things, man. It's kind of like, man, if you could splice all of them together, bro, you had a perfect back. But, man, them three, it's hard, man. I tell everybody, man, it's hard to choose between those three.
Because all of y'all legends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is, like, you say you ain't starting, but they'll put you in. You'll pop one for 90, because I never forget during the scrimmage. They put you in. Who was this number 40?
Yeah.
You do, he getting little.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remind me of like an Emmitt Smith when he was at Florida. You know how Emmitt hit a hole,
bounce with it a little bit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell everybody, when I even look at the little kids, I was like, man, you know, when it's natural, when it's smooth, you can hit the hole and just, you can feel the heat coming, but y'all just did it it looked effortless, basically. And y'all got them all them years, man, and who put y'all out y'all junior year? Was it Lincoln County?
Man, no, it was Henry County. It's crazy because we went 10-0. We beat NBA first round. R.A. Dickey. Shout out to R.A. Dickey. Quarterback at NBA then. But, man, we were up 18-6 with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They ended up scoring right before half, and we never scored again. They beat us 25-18. Henry County did.
The second round.
Second round. I honestly believe that was the year that we probably was supposed to make it do what it do. Go on and go to the
because the next year, y'all went all the way to the
we went to the semifinals. Semifinals got beat. Lincoln County beat us week 10.
That's right.
I think it was 12.
That's when they changed
12, yeah, they changed everything around. Yeah, instead of 3 classes, they went to I think it was the 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
But we beat us 12-6 and then 7-0 in playoffs. And
because she was sick.
Yeah. I ain't play that game, but yeah, it was. Man, it was crazy, bro.
And I was thinking, man, I like these boys just beat Riverdale down at the Clinic boys instead of Vanderbilt. And y'all boys coming in and you got to think about it, man. These country boys down here, everybody go to one school. You got to
it make a big difference.
And you going to a city school, but look at the points though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like y'all went down there, man. They beat it, like they did us 29-0. But y'all kept it close. You know what I'm saying?
Make a big deal, yeah.
And it means a lot for the metro schools, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, it's crazy because I tell people ask about us and whatever, bro. We didn't lose for 3 years, we didn't lose to a metro school. Like we went 35-5, and those 5 losses were to county schools. You know, I think McMinn County, Lincoln County twice.
You say
Henry County, and Gallatin. So
wow. See, yeah, because y'all went through metro like it was like a knife through hot butter.
I mean, it was, man. We had some games. Now, I mean,
but
I seen y'all both games. Was tight.
Sure was. I mean, man, even that playoff game.
Yeah, the playoff game was tight.
RP to Sale. Yeah, I remember that when we said Fred Porter and all that. That was a hell of a first round game.
Man, me and Sally used to go at it, man.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah, man. I think about that era, man. You know, now it's like, you know, with the schools, everybody can go in school they want to. Yeah. It's like back then, if you was home from over there,
that's your neighborhood.
Yeah, you gotta go to that school.
You went with your folks, the people you grew up with. You know, they mamas, they know you, all that. You went to the school where you live. You know, and that it made a big difference though. Like I know this Friday nights in Stratford Stadium, bro. Like you could just about bet that if we had a game at home, it's gonna be packed. Everybody's gonna be there. And it wasn't, you know, everybody in the neighborhood. If you didn't want no ticket, you could go stand up on the hill on the back. Perfect view and watch the game.
Yeah, watch the game. Yeah.
That's just what it was, man.
It was a community.
Like I said, it was community.
You go to a White Street Pearl game, Stratford Pearl. Man. White Street Maplewood.
Even you go to Overton, you know, South Nashville's finna be in there. You know, Glen Cliff. When Glen man, we played. I mean, my freshman year, we got the dress, man, and it was packed. Playoff game. It wasn't no playoff game. It was the last game of the season. And we're playing Glen Cliff. Dennis Mims, he got off. Kenneth Pope, man, you know, cats like that. Shout out to him, man. That's my cousin, man. Them jokers was, hey, bro, that people don't know about cats like that. Yeah. Kenneth Pope, Dennis Mims. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear, man, P. Yeah. Man, you don't hear about folks like that, man, that played at other schools, man, you know, and
that was out there.
Yeah, that was doing it, though. Yeah. That was doing it. You know, look, Jeff Gooch played in the league, but a lot of people don't know Gooch played quarterback at Overton back in the day. You know, and so, yeah.
Yeah, Overton Bobcats, man, they used to be some tough dogs.
Yeah,
too. Because I think they was the last metro school to win a state champ before Pearl, man, wasn't it?
It was Overton in 81, and then of course Pearl. 96, 97. And right after that, Hillsborough won it twice.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Adelot. He won it. I forgot what year at Hillsborough, and then Scott Blade won it again at Hillsborough. So those have been those have been all the state championship winners, and then Pearl won it again. Yeah, a couple of years ago.
So yeah, man. You coming out of Stratford, man? Who was recruiting you out of Stratford?
Man, Mississippi State. Well, of course.
Was it Jackie Sherrill down there?
Man, I can't remember who.
I think Jackie Sherrill.
It might have been. But for all the youngsters, man, you know, it wasn't about offers. If you got that letter, that letter in the mail, bro. With
Coach Desk.
Oh man, you get that letter. We was running home to the mailbox.
Yeah,
we trying to see, like, bro, I got that letter. You know, Alabama letter. So for us, that was kind of like what I would call your offers, because it really didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, just
but it was you know. But man, getting letters. I think, man, Vanderbilt was recruiting me tough. But I made a 20 on the ACT, so. It didn't. Back then, that 20 wasn't talking about nothing.
No, especially Vandy too.
Oh yeah. Big time schools. That was it, man. Vandy and Mississippi State, really the two that kind of liked me a little bit. But man, between TSU, MTSU, UT Martin, Tennessee Tech, Austin P, those were a lot of schools was on me. Of course, you know, I ended up going to TSU.
Yeah.
Man, went on a visit to MTSU, bro. Let's just say I'm sitting right here.
Right.
Man, Boots Donnie is talking to me, Brian. His desk, like in his office.
Boots legend.
Boots' desk is sitting up this high. And it was kind of crazy, man. I just like, whoa. Like, you know, it was a crazy office, but the visit was cool. And of course, all of us was down with MTSU at the time, because Frog had been there. Frog, you know, ripped it up. ripped it up there.
He's going to TSU. Yeah, first game, man, give him the business.
But man, TSU ended up being my choice just because, man, I had an uncle that was, he was a statistician and he was big. Shout out to Harry Beeman, man. You know, he was first black SEC referee, and he ended up being my professor, but he had a lot to do with, and plus, man, all my family had been to TSU, educators, so they.
Then everybody come to the game.
Oh yeah. You ain't got to go nowhere. You come on down the road, baby.
Yeah.
Come on down the road.
Man, Tennessee State, man. You talking about them years, man. Leon Cole.
You talking about Coach Cole?
Yeah, man. How he influenced you, man?
Man, I actually, everything I do as a coach is kind of derived from what Coach Cole taught us, man. Man, it's crazy because that's the first time I'd ever seen a coach like get on to his coaches. And I'd really never seen that before. Like, he was equal opportunity with the work. Like, he gonna get everybody. As a player, you gonna get it, but as a coach, bro, like, he would go off. And not that I don't, you know, I tell my coaches this right now, man. Whatever goes on that sideline, charge it to my head and on my heart. Like, you know, it's in the moment. I love you. I ain't trying to, you know, it's just at that time, bro, I need whatever's going on. I need it right now. And we may have a disagreement, but at the end of the day, you part of my family if you're on my staff. Right. And that's what it is. But I learned a lot like that, man. Even the way I do practice down the special team, we work special teams a lot. But every aspect, even how I the verbiage that I use is directly derived from Coach Cole.
Coach Cole. The urban legend is,
all right,
Coach Cole got fully dressed in uniform and practice.
Oh no, I ain't no urban legend. We had our spring game. That joker put on a full-fledged uniform, the number 4. That mess. If you search, you get the I think it's in the Tennessean. It's like a picture of him dressed out. He played quarterback, like the whole game. Yeah, and it wasn't no stay off the quarterback type thing either. I think he got tackled a couple times, but yeah, he got out there and got with us, man.
So you got a coach dressing up and everything, so it probably made y'all feel like, oh man,
you know, one thing Coach Cole did, bro, was like I said, he didn't hold back, and he didn't try to befriend nobody, bro. Like he sent a lot of cats to the crib. Yeah. Like a lot of dudes when he first got in got cut. A lot of them had to go. So I remember we had a player coach meeting, man, and a lot of cats were mad because a lot of other dudes were going home. And I remember one of the guys got up and was like, man, it's like y'all trying to get rid of all of us. And he said, he was like, I'm not trying to get rid of you guys. I want to get the best guys out who want to be here. And some people don't want to be here because they're not, you know, they wasn't doing it. Man, we had something every Friday we had to do. And you could get some home for this. Every Friday you had to sign a book. It's called Truth Statements. So you had to tell what you did that week, the grades you made in class. And if you lie on it, because they would go back, they would go back and ask teachers. They would walk by our class and said, if I walk by and I'm looking at class, and you're not in the first 3 rows, you got Dawn Patrol. Dawn Patrol was 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, grass drills, Big 25, or whatever. It was something. You were getting something early. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he made a big, man, he told us in 3 years we would win the championship. And, you know.
Y'all back to back that thing.
We pushed it. Yeah.
See, because I want to, talk about that team. Yeah, Leon Murray.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric Joyce. Ed Creed. You know what I'm saying? But he was Sanders then. You know what I'm talking about? Carlo Thomas.
Yeah. Nashville, hey, man.
That's what I said. Nashville
represented during those years, bro.
That's the first time I seen a lot of our brothers attend TSU. You know, you had brothers go attend.
Yeah, you had some that went.
But as far as more than 5.
And it was, and the thing about it was all that we were winning, so the attention was there, so you could see. Right. Well, it was an article put out.
I seen that.
I think my mama got that article at home.
That wasn't that all white?
All the Nashville cats, and And man,
Karan Butler, was a
Karan Key,
yeah.
Ed Sanders, Carlo Thomas, Eric Joyce. It was me. It was a couple other Ronald
brothers.
Turner. It was a couple other cats, man. That
Avion
Black.
Yep.
Man, we were. Raymond Hall was there with us. Bull was there 97. He wasn't there in 98. But man, it was quite a few Nashville cats.
Yeah, man, because y'all back in the back in that thing.
Yeah.
I remember watching you because you were rocking number 7.
Yeah.
Playing fullback. So you got a little heavy or whatever.
Man, I ate my way into it, bro. I got to TSU now 175, man.
175?
Yeah, man, them 3 hots in the cot, bro. Like, think, bro, you ain't eating like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can eat all you want, man. Shoot, after my mama cooked that whole chicken, and I get a thigh and a wing and maybe the back. Shoot. I ain't eating no more, you know.
Right.
Pops gotta eat, mama gotta eat, sister gotta eat. So once you get that, man, and we had this thing. You had to eat breakfast or you was running. And you had, lunch was the only time, especially during the season, camp rather. Lunch was the only time where you hardly ever you didn't eat like that. Because I know during camp, I might scarf a little bit down. I'm trying to get fluids. Yeah. So I can hurry up, go to the room, and get a nap before that next practice.
Right, because rest is everything, too.
Yeah, but, man, eating like that, bro, and we on creatine back there. Yeah. We on that creatine, and that creatine to bulk you up. So and I went from, man, by the time my third year, I was about right at 200, maybe 205. And I think by my senior year, I was playing at 225. 225. Yeah, so.
Yeah, because I said you were playing fullback and everything.
Yeah, me and Karan was, man, we that was my dog, man. We held it down.
Oh, yeah, man, y'all did that, man. Because I still remember y'all being in the playoffs because I think Leon got hurt or something, I want to say.
Like that year, I had already graduated, but that year, man, Leon got hurt against West Kentucky. We were going to every game, but got hurt against Western, man, and they brought Chris Perkins in, and Perk got hurt. Yeah. And then they had to play, Perk got hurt in the A&T game, which was a playoff game. Mm-hmm. They brought Jimmy Smith in, and Jimmy was a good ball player, but it was, he hadn't played a lot. So, man, he did his best, bro. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy is crazy. Jimmy, man, had a heck of a career as a head coach at Cedar Hill, and now he's the running back coach at Georgia Tech. He was at TCU in Arkansas before that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he let this game, this game will take you where you want to go.
Right, you're right about that. So you graduating from TSU, you got a ring, you know what I'm saying, everything. What's next for Coach Broome?
Man, I remember my old assistant principal, man, Jim Sawyers. He called me, and I'd had a couple people ask me about coming and teaching or whatever. So he got me to subbing. And I subbed a little bit at Maplewood, and then I ended up getting a teaching job. I ain't have my license yet, but I ended up getting a teaching job at Jerry Baxter Alternative.
Okay.
Ooh, boy, them 2 years right there.
Am I built for this?
Man, it was right there on Gallatin Road, the old Jerry Baxter.
Yeah.
And I was there for 2 years, but that time frame I coached with Richard Campbell at Stratford. Okay. And, I had cats like Tonio Carter, Riley Howard, Jeremy Stevens, Miles Campbell. I had those cats during that time. Man, Chris Perkins. Troy Murphy, cat named Ozone. Man, we coached them for those 3 years. So Stratford was my first official coaching stop. I started there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, special teams or? I
was a running back and DB coach.
Okay.
And my first year I was that. First 2 years running back DB coach. I did do special teams. I was really doing punt and kick return, man. And we were averaging 40 yards return because I took what we did in college and brought it. And man, it's crazy because that same return ended up with the Storm and with the Stangs because some other cats that knew about it that played with us.
You said the Nashville Storm, man. You went back on
Storm,
it.
but remember it was a Mustang before that.
Was, yeah.
But yeah, man, that was how I started out. Stratford High was my first 3 years of coaching, man.
Okay. What was your first head coaching?
I got hired at McGavick in 2002. I remember. I remember. I was on a permit first, and Superintendent Pedro Garcia said, "Anybody on a permit, man, you better get it right, or you gotta go." So I ended up passing my test. Anyway, Mike Tribune hired me at Overton. I mean, at McGavick. I was there 2 years, and then I remember I interviewed for 2 jobs. I interviewed for Liberty Tech in Jackson, and scratch that. No, I didn't interview for the Stratford job, but he was like, man, I might make you I want you to be the next head coach. And in 2004, I got my first head coaching job, spring 2004. And shoot, man, I was head coach for 6 years at McGavick. 6 years, so.
And you end up, after 6 years, you end up going to Maplewood Panthers.
Man, I got fired.
You got fired?
I got fired at McGavick.
I thought you resigned.
No, man.
I thought you were like Russell.
No,
Russell
man.
was like, hey, man, I resigned.
They removed principal Mike Tribune. They removed him from there. He left. They brought in the guy from Texas, cat named Wall, and so.
Right, yeah.
But look, I ain't gonna lie to you now. I'm rough, but I'm rough around the edge a little bit. I ain't finna be suiting it up every day, and out there, I'm gonna get it. However, I like to get it out of the mud, but whatever I'm giving these kids, bro, it's gonna be lifelong,
right?
And but Wall wanted somebody else, so he fired me right after the season. But it was maybe February, early March.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, bro. I called Tommy Williams. He used to play ball over at Hunters Lane. His sister Robin, and I was like, man, y'all mama filled that job over at Maplewood yet? Because she had interviews in January, but she ain't picked nobody. Like, I don't call her. So I called her. I talked to Dr. Williams, and I asked about the job. And man, she asked me one question that was crazy. She was like, Coach, if you willing to get up at midnight, if need be, and go bail somebody out of jail, then you can get it. Damn. You just got an interview for it, and I was like, yeah. And plus, I'm thinking, man, I've been in McGavick all these years.
Right.
I'm about to go back to the hood. It ain't Stratford, but it's out east.
Yeah.
So, man, I interviewed for it. She gave me one non-negotiable. She said, Coach, I got one non-negotiable for you if you get this job. You got to keep Doris Armstrong as your defense coordinator. And I said, I ain't got no problem with that. I needed Coach Armstrong. Because you always need somebody with more knowledge than you. Don't take a job or you doing anything, bro. Have somebody else that's smarter than you in the room.
That takes a big man to say that. A lot of people got ego.
Man, look, let me tell you something. I can be that. I can be that dude. I can walk in the room and be whoever I need to be. Right. But I know that I don't know everything, and you're gonna need help, and that's why I've been like that the entire time coaching.
Right.
Man, Coach Armstrong was what people don't know is he was almost our head coach at Stratford when they picked Bubba Spears. It got down to 3 people: Bubba, Doris, and Richard Campbell, and they chose Bubba. But we thought, wow, man, we about to get Doris. That was our thought process. But yeah, no, man, I went on to Maplewood, man. We went 12-2. My first year, went to the Clinic Bowl with Van Leer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My nephew,
next year,
Steve Johnson Jr.
And man, Baylor. We don't call him Steve.
Yeah, Baylor.
We call him Baylor.
Okay.
Man, Baylor was a hard-nosed cat, bro. Him and Denzel would move it out the way.
Sure was.
And man, shout out Big Steve.
Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. And man, those cats, man, that Maplewood was a great experience, bro, because people don't understand, man, like how you grow up and you see these cats, man, you want them to have way more than what you had.
Right.
And I think that was my whole goal when I was in Maplewood, man, to just these cats coming from this area, man, and whatever they got going on, man, I'm gonna show them that, bro, you can still, we had a lot of guys go to school, man, through those. I was there 11 years.
Yeah, sure was.
I was there 11 years, man. I left in 2021.
Man, let's fast forward to 2025.
Gotcha.
Man, you out of Antioch High School. Mm-hmm. The Bears. You got that boy Adams, man, out there tossing the ball. I seen him as a freshman. You weren't out there yet.
Yeah.
But I knew the guy was special.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, this boy, young cat, is out here tossing the ball, poised, can talk in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like he got no ego, man. So how he is coaching a kid like that?
Man, Dre is quiet. He leads by example, man, and he's so unassuming. But when he puts the uniform on, he starts off, bro. He is
all business.
He all business, and he the best player on the field every time we step on it. And man, Dre is probably he's gonna be the top rated Metro quarterback to ever come out of Metro schools. It's probably been some better athletes, but as far as him being a pure quarterback, that's what he is. He's not an athlete playing quarterback. He's a pure quarterback. And man, it'll be interesting, man. He had his top 6 schools out, man. And,
saying that.
And that's gonna be a big announcement, man. When that time comes, man. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what he does, man. I hadn't had a kid with this much pub in a long time. So it's maybe a big deal.
I want to ask this before we get out of here. You was at Antioch, man, when the shooting happened. How did that affect the football team and the student body as well?
Man, kids are resilient. They bounce back. I think the grown-ups took us a lot longer to get back to it. But, man, it kind of brought us together. It's a crazy thing, man, that 2 teams that ended up blending was us and Vanderbilt. Southeast Community Center, Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia brought some of the other guys over, man. And we had a big powwow. Shout out to Otis Carter, guys out there at Metro Health Department, mental health, man. Big Fridge and Joe Savage and them. Man, a lot of them talked to our guys, Jordan Matthews. They talked to our guys, man. We had some breakout sessions, man. And it's crazy because that helped, and it brought us, I think it helped our kids bring them closer together, man. And it's crazy because the same way our season was going, Vanderbilt's was going the same way.
Yeah.
But man, the kids, they bounced back, man. And you couldn't have told me that we would rattle off 8 games in a row. I knew we were going to be pretty good. We had some better players, I thought, better big guys last year. But this year, man, I think defensively, man, we had a fast team. Mm-hmm. We could score, but I didn't think we would be as good on defense because we were missing a lot. But, man, guys stepped in, man, and we made it happen, man. Shout out to my linebackers, Dominic Hamer, Caleb Doss, and Amari Peters, AP, man. They were kind of the glue in the middle that held us together, man. And these, now they're going to these hybrid backers. That's what they were. And, man, they were flying around. They made plays for us this year.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. You had a beautiful year. You lost in the playoffs, but
yeah.
But hey, you made it, baby. That means you're consistent. You stay in the playoffs. You always stay in contention, man. You know what I'm saying?
We trying to, Antioch, us being back, it's great to see, school that's been down so long. It's good. And it's good for the community. I'm not from Antioch, but man, it's to see the pride a lot of people have out there, man. It's cool.
It's a beautiful thing. Hey, man. Coach Broome, man, thank you for sitting down with me, brother.
No doubt.
Hey, man, I got to get down because I could go on and on because we got so many stories, man. But I want to wish you a great and safe year this year, man.
Appreciate it.
Y'all doing spring practice this year?
We are. We start up the week of May 1st. So it'll be April 27th. We got 15 days to get in 10. I don't do spring games anymore because end up getting kids hurt. But we'll do a practice deal.
7-on-7.
We'll have like a little showcase. Hadn't got that date yet, but we'll have a showcase where we just kind of do it under the lights.
Yeah, let me know, man, because I'm right down the street.
I definitely, man. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up with our calendar and let you know what it is, man. We'll shoot a schedule to you, man, so you can come out.
Yes, sir, man. I love some good football, baby.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Coach, for sitting down with me, man. Hey, man, this is episode 142. Hey, man, we back, man, and, you know, sports, we love sports, man. Hey, go Titans, love the uniforms. Stadium coming together, man. You know, it's in the area. I want to say the UFL is on TV right now, so, you know, football is all around, man. Shout out to Cruise Control Radio, my player partner, man. Catch y'all in a minute. Church on the move. Pay your ties on the spot. Stay with Short Pocket Thoughts.